Upchuck Summer by Joel L. Schwartz, 11. Hey, Richie, yelled Fred as he burst into the bunk. The oldest girls just had their camp-out night changed to next week. So we get to go in their place this Friday. One-armed hobo. One-armed hobo? Have you flipped your lid? It's perfect. What's perfect? Fred, I'll need your help. Richie, what are you talking about? Shh, quiet, Fred. I have a plan to scare the crap out of Chuck. Do you want to help? Do I? Okay, shh, listen. We'll need at least 2 other guys. For the rest of that day and the remaining 4 days before the camp-out, Fred, Marty, John, and I told Chuck stories about the one-armed hobo. He only attacks at night, I told him. He seems to go after short boys with glasses, Fred told him. For some reason, he seems to hate boys who get bloody noses and vomit, John told him. At first, Chuck laughed, but after a couple of days, he finally went to Mike, who said we were just kidding. Mike told us to knock it off. At that point, I decided we had done enough to set the stage. After lunch on Friday, our bunk piled into the camp van. The campsite was 30 miles away. I sat next to Chuck and told him not to worry because I would sleep with him in his tent to protect him from the one-armed hobo. Cut it out, Richie, he said. Mike says there is no such thing as the one-armed hobo, and if you don't stop it, I'm going to tell Mike you're still bothering me. Okay, I said. I was just trying to help. No, you're not. I know you. You were trying to upset me. Okay, forget I said anything. Don't be mad at me, Richie. I still want you to sleep with me. I'm not mad at you. Sure, I'll sleep with you. Boy, this is working out perfectly, I thought. I can't wait till nighttime when Fred comes into our tent posing as the one-armed hobo. I'll act a little scared just for effect. But Chuck, he'll probably get up and scream and run around, and I'll enjoy every minute of it. Nighttime couldn't come fast enough. After dinner, I pulled Fred aside and asked him if he knew exactly what to do. He was a little annoyed with me, because it was the 5th time since we got there that I had asked him if he knew exactly what to do. I promised him I wouldn't ask again, but he just looked at me with a "you said that before but still ask me again" look. As it started to get dark, we all sat around the fire roasting marshmallows and singing songs. Mike asked if we wanted to hear a story. Yes, we yelled. This is a true story, he began. In fact, it happened 4 years ago today. I wasn't at camp that year, and a group of my friends at home decided to have a picnic. We all piled into a van and drove about 15 miles. We found a nice spot near a deserted farmhouse. Well, everything was going along just fine until all of a sudden, you guessed it, it started to rain. Since it was only 2 o'clock, we didn't want to go home. So we went to the deserted farmhouse, which was dry and relatively clean. And we spread out our food and blanket and continued our picnic. Around 7:30, it started to get dark. But we still didn't want to leave, so we tried the lights. They didn't work, so Bill found a candle and lit it and went down into the basement to check the fuse box. We were having such a good time, we didn't notice how long he had been away. But when we did, we all became a little apprehensive. Mike paused here, and the expression on his face got a little grim. All of us shifted a bit. I must tell you truthfully, I wasn't scared at all. Well, Mike said, continuing, no one wanted to go down into the basement alone, so the rest of us decided to go down together. When we finally got to the basement door, we found Bill's candle lying on its side, still smoking. We lit the candle again and proceeded slowly down the steps. On the 2nd step, we found Bill's left arm. The girls screamed, and I choked in terror. His right arm was on the 4th step, and his legs were lying in a heap at the bottom of the steps. We each held each other's hands tightly as we approached the fuse box. There beneath it was Bill's head with a big broad smile on it and blood dripping from his lips. Mike paused again as the guys gasped. I knew this was a put-on, but I gasped too, just to be part of the group. Mike went on, looking everyone straight in the eye. The sight was horrible, more horrible than you can imagine. But it must have been too much for John, one of the guys in the group, for he started yelling and screaming, and nothing we did could calm him down. The next day, he was committed to a mental hospital, and he is there to this day. You know, it's a funny thing. Every year on the anniversary of that horrible happening, one of the remaining members of the groups remembers that incident, and the memory of it is just too much, for it drives him crazy. Mike paused again, a long silence. Then he began to run wildly around toward us, yelling, "And now it's my turn to go crazy! And now it's my turn to go crazy!" I ran away just like the others when he came toward me. But I'm not lying. I wasn't scared at all. After all the guys finally calmed down, Mike told us it was bedtime. I winked at Fred, and he winked back at me as I disappeared with Chuck in the tent. Boy, I hope I can sleep after that story, said Chuck. Sure, you'll be able to sleep. What could happen? That one-armed hobo was just a joke, wasn't it? Sure, Chuck. Sure, we can't fool you. You're too smart for us. I knew it all the time, Richie. I knew it all the time. Go to sleep now, Chuck. I'm tired. Okay, Richie, good night. About 5 minutes later, I heard something scratching and moaning outside the tent. I had to hold myself back from laughing out loud. Hey, Richie, what's that? Go to sleep, Chuck. I didn't hear anything. No, Richie, listen. There was silence. What are you talking about? I don't hear it anymore either. I guess I'm just jumpy. Go to sleep. Now we heard more scratching, moaning, and howling. Chuck jumped up and yelled, There it is, Richie! You hear that, don't you? Sure, I hear that, but it's probably some animal. It's not an animal, it's... Oh, Chuck, go to bed. It's nothing. Boy, I thought to myself, Fred should get an Academy Award. This is great. Okay, Richie, I'll go to sleep. Just as Chuck put his head down, a low voice began to speak. I am the one-armed hobo, and I'm out to get you. Richie, it's the one-armed hobo, yelled Chuck. Yes, it's the one-armed hobo, and I'm out to get you. Here I come. Chuck didn't wait to see what entered the tent as he ripped up one of the sides and ran out into the night. I was laughing so hard at what happened, I almost didn't hear the voice continuing to talk. I am the one-armed hobo, and I'm out to get you. When I finally got a hold of myself, I called for Fred to stop. I'm the one-armed hobo, and I'm out to get you. You cannot escape. Okay, Fred, enough. You were great. No one can stop me. Ha, ha, ha. Bravo, Fred. Great. And I started to applaud. I am the one-armed hobo. Okay, Fred, don't overdo it. And I'm out to get you. Okay, Fred, I know what you want. You want me to come out and shake your hand. I am out to get you. When I pulled back the flap of the tent and went outside, there was no one there. Fred, I yelled. There was silence. Fred, where are you? Come on, Fred, don't play around like this. It ain't funny. Silence. Fred, where are you? I ran over to Fred's tent and ripped open the flap. Fred was pretending to be asleep. Okay, Fred, I know you're faking. Wake up. Fred was silent. Come on, Fred, enough is enough. Get up. And with that, I shook him vigorously. He awoke with a start. Richie, oh my God, you scared me. Come on, Fred, you were great. I'm sorry, Richie, I guess I fell asleep. Is it too late to scare Chuck? Too late? You just did scare Chuck. I imitated how he sounded. I am the one-armed hobo, and I'm out to get you. Richie, honest, I fell asleep. I'm sorry. You were sleeping? Yes. Well, if it wasn't you, who was it? I don't know, but I don't like this at all. This is really getting creepy. You're scared. My teeth are about to fly out of my mouth. Listen, Richie, there must be some logical explanation. But what is it? Calm down. Let me think. I am calm. You're the one that's upset, not me. I'm not upset. You are. Of course, I said calmly. I know what happened. John probably did it. Remember when we were setting the whole thing up? He said he wanted to do it, and you said you wanted to do it. And remember how John said he was going to do it anyway? Yeah, John did it, said Fred. Let's go to his tent and tell him how great he was. So Fred and I went to John's tent, but he was sound asleep too. When we woke him up, he denied doing anything. So now there were 3 of us who were sort of scared. I guess our talking woke up the rest of the guys because everyone seemed to be coming out of their tents and asking what was happening. I told them about the one-armed hobo trick. And we didn't know what to think. We all decided it was time to tell Mike. Just as we were about to open his flap, we heard growling noises behind us. We all turned around to see the silhouette of a one-armed man standing in the bushes about 50 feet away. I'm the one-armed hobo, he bellowed, and I am out to get you. With that, he ran toward us. I started to run toward the woods, but my feet tangled with Fred's and we fell over one another. Before I had a chance to get up, the one-armed man was upon me, and he grabbed the collar of my sweatshirt and began to twist it. Oh my God, I'm too young to die. Fred, John, help, someone please. But everyone had scattered. My only chance was to wake up Mike, so at the top of my lungs I yelled, Mike! Mike! Help me, please, Mike! Answer me, Mike! Help, I'm being killed! The one-armed man tightened his grip and said in a booming voice, I won't kill you if you promise never to tease Chuck again. I promise, I said. The man loosened his grip and began to laugh. At first, I was confused. Then I recognized the laugh. It was Mike. I knew it was you all the time, I said. You didn't fool me. Mike didn't say anything more to me, but he yelled for all the guys to get back in their tents and go to sleep, and then disappeared into his. I went back into my tent, where I found Chuck sound asleep. He must have known all the time. I promised never to tease him, but I didn't promise never to kill him. Let's see, should I use a gun or a knife? But I was too tired to think. I fell asleep. The next morning, I was sitting outside my tent, pretending to gaze at nature. That's what I wanted everyone else to think. But that really wasn't what I was concentrating on. Right then, there was a war going on inside my head. I'm angry as hell at Mike for messing up things last night, and I don't want him to be angry at me for teasing Chuck. It was only a joke. What's wrong with a good joke? Chuck would have been so scared, but no, Mike had to stick his 2 cents in. Honest, Mike, I didn't mean any harm. Besides, it was none of your business. Oh, I get it now. I'm not allowed to tease or scare anybody, but you can tease or scare? I wasn't that scared anyway, right? Wrong. No way. Is there something wrong, Richie? Mike's question startled me since I didn't hear him coming. Huh? I said. You look like something is wrong. I stared Mike straight in the eye. He's angry with me. I know that look. I wanted to apologize. Wait a minute. You bet there is something wrong, I thought. You messed everything up last night. I don't care what you think. Nothing, I said. You look deep in thought. What are you, a mind reader, I thought? Bug off. I won't do it again. No, I was just thinking. Well, if you want to talk about it later, you know where I am. Okay, I said, as Mike walked away. I wanted to run after him and tell him how I felt, but how can you tell someone how you feel when you don't know how you feel? So I stood there, and the war continued. And that is the end of chapter 11.